What's up, guys? It's Carlos from Daily Carry Solutions. I'm here with Eric from Outer Limitless YouTube channel at Blade Show 2022. And most importantly, I'm here with John from McNEES Knives.
What's up, guys?
John, it's a pleasure running into you guys. And I gotta tell you, it is my first trip to McNEES booth here at Blade Show. But I gotta tell you, it looks like it's not gonna be my last because you got a lot of really nice offerings here.
Thank you.
Some of the stuff I've seen online,
yeah.
But I've got some in my hand that I think was made specifically for the show and beyond. And some of you guys just
we got some new stuff. Yep.
So let's talk, because man, I think I might have to get my first McNEES today. So.
That sounds like a plan to me.
So let's start with this one.
All right.
Tell me about this guy.
So
right
these
here.
are our brand new, this is our absolute newest thing. These are our AutoMacs, which are essentially an automatic version of our 3.5 inch. There's some very small changes in the profile, but it's essentially the same knife, just in an automatic. These are aluminum handles, Magnacut blades, and a titanium clip. These are done completely in the US, which we're extremely proud of, and we are really happy to be able to have some of these for the show. It was a last minute thing. We literally got the last parts in Friday.
Oh wow! Okay,
yeah.
So I'm holding that new hotness right here in my hand. Okay,
very new.
I was attracted to this one because it's that, like, I guess raw stonewashed aluminum.
Yep.
I guess that you guys had weathered purposely to be able to go ahead and have this setup. That's a nice little setup you guys have here, but you also have obviously the blue and the black offerings. I guess like a powder coat.
Those are hard aluminum, hard anodized.
Also, the aluminum hard anodized here. Yep. Okay, and these are Magnacut.
Magnacut. Yep.
Okay. So, if I'm not mistaken, the larger McNEES knives, so like the 3.5s, they're in Magnacut, but the smaller ones are in XHP?
That's right. For the ones we have now, we don't have like necessarily a set steel that's permanent. Like we'll probably eventually do the next run of 3-inch ones will probably be in Magnacut as well. Okay. Obviously, it's hot right now, so it's a good steel, so why not? But yeah, right now, all the 3.5s to include the AutoMacs are all in Magnacut.
Now I noticed that there's a couple of different patterns for the larger versions of the 3.5s, the Max. Can you tell me what the names are? Some of these.
Sure.
Some of them look nice.
So this one is the Shockwave. This one we call the Fastback, kind of like from the old Mustangs. And then this one, of course, the good old frag pattern. Everybody's familiar with that. This one is, we're calling it the Jig Pattern. It's basically supposed to represent like the old jig bone. Wanted to look kind of organic and
from some of the traditionals.
Like some traditional slip joints or fixed blades that have like the jig bone handles. So I actually went to a lot of trouble on those to try to make them look organic and not look like they were done on a CNC, even though they were. So yeah, that's our different mill patterns we have right now. So.
And I like what you have on here, like, and I'm assuming that these have been very gently handled, but even as you start using them a little bit more, you know, once this kind of upper layer
so you can tell.
To kind of break out
so on this one, what we actually did, we anodized it blue, we put it in the tumbler and tumbled it to wear down the higher surfaces like you're talking about, and then we re-anodized it at bronze, so that's those little bronze highlights you see in there. Over time, those will probably wear off and it'll get down to kind of raw titanium. And it'll look a really cool two-tone look. So.
Okay. Well, while we're talking about scales, I see a couple of scales over here, and they look pretty damn small. So, if I'm not mistaken, these are from the McBee.
That's right. That's from my collaboration with Spyderco from the McBee. So we started offering replacement scales for those. These are done completely in-house. We've got several different titanium versions, and then we've got micarta. We're going to be doing some other materials before long, but that's what we had to bring with us. Then we've got a few replacement scales for the 3-inch. We didn't quite get any done for the 3.5s, but I like to offer some variety so you can change it up, swap things around. So, especially with knives like that are kind of themed, you know, you might not want to carry that all the time, but you might want to put it on there, carry it for a while, and then swap it back out for a more plain scale or whatever. So,
oh, definitely. I love this look, like the skull and bones, you know, the warthog look. I mean, it's a little bit of everything here. I think that's pretty cool. It's a little pop and a little bit of style that would make it, you know, the knife yours. So, all right. So, now going into the minis, I noticed that there were a few Cerakoted versions. Is this stuff that's going to be offered? Who did your Cerakote?
The Cerakote was done by River's Edge. Okay. They did the Cerakote for us. I'm working towards being able to do some Cerakote in-house, but for now, we don't do a lot of it. We just send some small batches to them here and there, and they've done the Cerakote for us. They do an excellent job. So.
Yeah, I was going to say, the people over there that are taking care of the custom work really know what they're doing.
They really do. part of the reason I've been hesitant to do it myself, because it's going to be pretty hard to beat what they're doing, but we'll get there eventually. But yeah, they do fantastic work.
Speaking of fantastic work, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and blow smoke up your chimney and tell you that that you don't have fantastic work, because the truth is you do.
Thank you.
Eric and I have a little challenge going on where he's helping me figure out, with your help, of course, hopefully, a new EDC.
Okay.
So the small looks a little bit too small for these paws. I got like extra medium paws. They're not too big. They're not too small. Thinking about the 3.5. What would be your recommendation here?
All right. So let's start with trying to rule out either the manual or automatic. Which one do you kind of tend to lean towards?
Well, for one thing, I kind of noticed, I love automatics, but particularly I like out the side automatics. I'm not really a big fan of out the front. But one thing I kind of noticed about these is that, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but are they like a little thicker?
They are a little bit thicker. Yeah, they are a little bit thicker because we thinned them down as much as we possibly could, but there's a lot of hardware, springs and stuff that have to fit in there, so we just, you know,
sort of provide clearance for the
you just got
mechanism.
to fit the hardware in there. So we made them as thin as we could, but they are a little bit thicker than the manual version. So yeah, if you like a little bit thinner feeling, that'd probably lead you with the manual version then.
Okay. All right.
Then it's just a matter of taste, is which one speaks to you, more organic or a little more geometrical. Just kind of a.
Oh man, decisions. I'm telling you.
I personally really like the jigged ones. Like I said, partially because I put it's a labor of love. I put a lot of work into doing those. But I used to do a lot of hand texturing even on these for a while, until they got to the point where I couldn't keep up with the volume.
Yeah, I remember hearing about, I think you had like a rock texturing pattern or a lava pattern, that sort of thing.
Yeah, it's hard to keep up any amount of volume doing stuff by hand like that. So
well, it's nice to see that you graduated to newer patterns and different patterns and stuff too. I mean, there's still a lot of detail on these.
Right. And you probably noticed it's not a huge difference. I haven't actually weighed them, but you can actually tell the weight difference between the jigged one and one that's not jigged, of the manual.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
feel those side by side.
That's just the stone ones, of course, plastic.
It's not a lot of difference.
Or is it the jig a little bit lighter?
Yeah, it is. Because I mean, it makes sense because it's got material removed on both sides, all over the whole scale. But I don't know how much weight it actually is, but you can tell, you can feel it.
Definitely. Okay.
So it just depends. I mean, some people actually prefer one with a little more heft. Some people like a little lighter. So neither one are heavy, and they do have weight reduction pockets inside of them already too.
You know, Jonathan, I thought you were going to give me some answers.
I didn't
you left me
much,
with more questions. Yeah. It's like, which McNEES am I going to get now? Okay. But Jonathan, either way, thank you so much for taking a moment.
Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it very much.
May this be the first of many trips we go by here, but
I agree.
Only the first without buying one
just
yet, possibly. So, all right. See you guys next time.
Thank you.
Have a great rest of your show.
Thank you, man.